The September 11th terrorist attacks remain the most deadliest response by emergency personnel in U.S. history. 323 firefighters lost their lives. Some of the survivors live here in the Triangle, and they still wrestle with the heartbreaking images and memories 20 years later.
After the second plane hit, we realized we're under attack. And responding from wherever we responded from is not knowing where the attack's over and not knowing what we're going to face when we did arrive on scene was a daunting task.
One of my memories that I can still see or feel was when the second tower fell, the earth in New Jersey shook. It was like an earthquake, and I don't think I'll ever forget that.
If you worked in the DC area, which I did, you knew someone that worked at the Pentagon. Everyone did, and Pentagon's huge. And so there was just no processing time. But I think for most of us, and I'm glad, as a firefighter, we're used to that. We allow ourselves to mission first and put the rest to the side. It's the afterwards that's troubling, I think, for most of us.
20 years later, 9/11 first responders are still coping with the emotional and physical impacts that horrible day. Durham Fire Chief Bob Zoldis was squad leader for Squad 4 Virginia Task Force 1.
We came over the hill, and on the right was the Pentagon, and I remember the bus going dead silent. And that was just amazing.
This is a photo of Zoldis at the scene of the wreckage. His group, the first rescue team on scene after American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon, killing all 64 people on board. 125 people working inside the building also died. Wake Forest Fire Chief Bud Connolly responded to Ground Zero as a volunteer firefighter for Comac Fire in New York.
There was always that fear that this could be it.
Vince Kersey is a lieutenant with Wake Forest. He was called in, stationed with Jersey City Fire Department.
On that day, I guess I was so busy, or we were so busy in Jersey City, because right across, my firehouse was within a mile of Ground Zero. With people coming over the river, I don't think it really hit me at that time. Not till I went home and saw the news. And saw the faces of the New York City firefighters entering the building.
Wounds don't close. I lost friends there that day, and I always remember them.
I'm listening to the stories and I'm getting the pictures in my head, and it makes me emotional, and it makes me think they have to have some type of PTSD.
There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, regardless if it's an event as large as 9/11 or just a run-of-the-mill car accident, house fire. There's always something positive that we try to bring out of it, and that's kind of how we deal with it.
Kersey recalls reconnecting two children with their families after the chaos.
1:30, quarter to 2 in the morning, when I delivered them to the grandparents, and the smiles and the hugs and the kisses made it worthwhile.
How will you reflect on the anniversary, which is fast approaching?
It's always a trauma for me. The first one, the 20th one. It just draws me back into it. Every year I say I'm not going to watch on TV, and every year I do.
I take a little different view of it. I remember 9/12. I don't commemorate the attacks, I commemorate the response. And I've never been prouder as an American than those days.
Each firefighter you just heard from told me they personally knew a firefighter that lost their life on 9/11 or later through a related illness. Now, next month, the Tunnels to Towers Foundation will host a 5K charity walk and run to support 9/11 first responders and families of first responders. If you would like to support, go to our website, abc11.com, and look for this story. Tim Pulliam, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.